My queen vanished. Moon stayed silent. Stars betrayed me. Dreams fell shattered. Heart bleeds slowly. Wind whispers truth. Loneliness feels infinite. Tears paint memories. Love became ashes. Desert holds pain. Sands new secrets. Footprints fade away. Hope turns dust. Sky mourns us. Silence haunts me. Eyes lost light. Heart remains heavy. Time moves merciless. My soul wanders, searching for you. Echoes call softly. No reply comes. Moonlight knows everything. Secrets hide deep. Trust once broken never returns whole. Promises burn slow. You said forever. Forever wasn't real. Words cut deeper than any sword. Love turned poison. Faith turned fear. Dreams turned dust. Heart turned stone. Eyes turned empty. Queen of lies. Crown of tears. Smile of betrayal. Voice of mercy. Touch of frost. Kiss of pain. Memories of fire. Moments of madness. Nights of silence. I still wait for nothing. Nothing feels whole. Everything hurts deep. My soul trembles. Wind calls your name. Stars mock me. Moon turns away. Sky feels heavy. I checked phone. Saw your truth. Found his name. My heart froze. Breath stopped momentarily. Pain spoke louder than any storm. Love collapsed completely. Dream died instantly. Queen, my queen, why so cruel? Why such betrayal? Why this lie? You smiled gently, said no words, left in silence, took my soul, broke my faith. Desert echoes grief. Camels walk slowly. Sky bleeds gold. Sun sets alone. Wind tastes salt. Tears stain sand. Heart beats faint. Love lies dead. Hope barely breathes. Yet I stand under your moon. Whisper your name. Forgive my weakness. Forget my pain. Remember our love, even if broken, even if gone. Forever I wait. My queen, listen. Heart still yours. Soul still bound. Time still stops. When you appear, even in dreams, you haunt me. You own me. You ruined me. Moon hides tonight. Stars lose shine. Wind feels colder. Desert cries softly. My heart trembles. Soul feels hollow. Eyes search shadows. Dreams fade slowly. Hope dies quietly. Every tear speaks. Every breath hurts. Every memory burns. Love became curse. Faith became illusion. Joy became memory. Trust became dust. Pain became friend. Loneliness became kingdom. You were light. Now just shadow. Your perfume lingers. In empty air, your laughter echoes. In endless night, your name bleeds. Through every silence, your ghost stays. I built castles on broken dreams, raised golden walls around bleeding heart. Crowned you queen of fragile moments. Gave my everything. Lost my peace. Forgot my worth. My queen, listen. I still remember our first dawn. Your smiling eyes. Your gentle voice. Your velvet touch. Your whispered promise of endless love. Of loyal hearts. You said always. Always meant never. You said forever. Forever meant lie. You said mine. Mine meant nothing. You said love. Love meant pain. You said us. Us meant dust. Now I wander through silent nights under cold stars, seeking lost warmth, finding only memories, tasting old tears, hearing broken echoes, feeling heavy emptiness, carrying dead love. Fazza heart bleeds under royal robe, behind calm eyes, hides shattered man, king without crown, lover without peace. Morning finally came. After endless night, light touched desert, wind kissed silence, heart felt heavy, soul still tired, eyes still wet, mind still lost, dreams still broken. But something shifted. Pain felt softer. Tears fell slower. Breath felt lighter. Sky looked brighter. Sun rose gold. Wind carried warmth. Hope returned gently. Peace whispered quietly. I walked forward. Without your name, without your ghost, without your shadow, without your lies, without your promises, without your perfume, without your voice, without your pain, each step healed, each breath calmed, each tear cleansed, each thought freed, each memory faded, each wound closed, each scar shined, each verse softened, each night eased. The desert listened. Sky smiled faintly. Stars blinked kindly. Moon stayed near. Wind spoke softly. Time forgives everything. My heart answered. Yes, I know. My soul learns. I found strength inside my silence, within broken heart, among lost dreams, beneath fading stars, behind tearful eyes, around bleeding love, through endless patience, inside royal dignity. Queen no longer, only memory remains. Fazza now free from haunting shadows, from poisoned words, from empty promises, from silent betrayals, from sleepless nights, from aching heart. I wrote verses of gentle healing, of growing wisdom, of calm acceptance, of pure strength, of rising light, of quiet hope, of peaceful surrender, of divine balance. My queen, listen, wherever you are, I forgive everything, not for you, but for me, for my peace, for my journey, for my rebirth, for my destiny. Love once destroyed, now rebuilds silently. Faith once fallen, now rises tall. Dreams once shattered, now bloom again. Heart once broken, now beats whole. Soul once wounded, now glows gold. Time teaches truth. Pain shapes wisdom. Loss builds strength. Loneliness breeds light. Tears cleanse heart. Memories fade softly. Wounds turn wings. Silence becomes music. Darkness births dawn. I thank pain for every lesson, for every scar, for every tear, for every betrayal, for every goodbye, for every heartbreak, for every silence, for every night. Because now, see, true love lives, not in possession, but in freedom, not in promises, but in actions, not in beauty, but in loyalty, not in forever, but in truth. Fazza heart strong, not because loved, but because lost, not because perfect, but because survived, not because untouched, but because scarred, not because unbroken, but because healed. Desert wind hums, songs of peace, moon smiles softly. Stars dance slow. Night feels tender. Sky feels calm. Heart feels steady. Soul feels alive. World feels right. I found meaning in endless nothing. Found peace again. Found breath again. Found love again. Found self again. Found silence sacred. Found patience beautiful. Found life eternal. Now I walk barefoot on sand. Without heavy heart. Without silent tears. Without trembling hands. Without broken hope. Without haunting memories. Without lonely thoughts. Without chained soul. Queen became lesson. Not my destiny. Not my forever. Not my pain. Not my home. Just my teacher. Just my memory. Just my story.